I'm just getting started in video. I'm learning a little bit more about video, so I'm making improvements as I go along. So forgive the shadow, or the shadow you see behind me, or the guy that's back there. But you know, we got to start somewhere. So the type of person I am, I want to have everything perfect. And really, when you think about it, by the time I get everything perfect, I'll probably never do it. So I'll just do it as I go. Otherwise, it'll never get done. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about how I feel society is still somewhat sexist or one-sided when it comes to our view of males and females, especially now with all the things that are going on. Basically, I had a guy talk to me today. He wanted my advice about some things that we were doing, me and my wife and I was doing, but he didn't view my wife, even though she said that she was doing it. They only view me as the person that was doing it. And while I think it's cool that I get credit and some props for it, at the same time, I wasn't the one spearheading that. It's like I did help get it started. I did it for support, but it really wasn't my passion. But it was something that I like to do. No, I'm not going to go into what the it was, because I really don't think that's necessary. But basically, you know, she's become somewhat successful, or at least a lot more successful than I am at this point doing it. And I'm like, I talked to the person and I'm like, well, I think we should include my wife in this because she has more success at this than I do. And there was a brief pause, and I'm like, I get what that means, and I continue on talking about it, and I explain how, you know, she was more successful and she's gotten, just say, roughly 5 times further than I have, and I've just basically been doing support for her. I can give a bunch of excuses as why, and go into this and that, but this and but that, but it really doesn't matter. Somebody's always going to be better than you at something. Suck it up. And besides, we're married, we're working together. But, you know, I see there's been many examples, and I know I've gotten a couple very close examples of females that were successful. I know one lady, she makes about $10,000 a month. I know another lady, I don't know how much she makes, but I know she ain't working a job anymore. But because they're females, people tend to want to pass them over or by, or because they're aggressive and not your stereotypical female, or, you know, people are turned off. It's like, they're successful businesswoman. They're no different than a businessman. But in some ways, I feel that maybe I shouldn't say better's the term, but I think that they bring other things to the table that us as males do not. Just like I was going through this book called For Men Only, and it goes into the differences between males and females, and the way we think and the way we process things, and how females are more like they multitask. They were wired to multitask. They were wired to do several different things throughout the day, several different things at once. Males, we're wired to go in depth on one thing. So a lot of times we won't give a quick answer, which I can attest to that. I don't like giving quick answers. I don't. But sometimes I'll get rapid fire on stuff, and I'm just like, I'm still stuck on the first point. But in business, and I've seen over and over in business, you have to make quick decisions. You have to know where you're at. And if you're not set up, you can shoot yourself in the foot. So looking at a female, somebody that's used to making, stereotypically speaking now, several different decisions, several different things they're boggling at once. Like, okay, we'll go caveman for a minute. They're cooking, they're cleaning, they're watching the kids, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're having a conversation with somebody. Us, we're doing one thing at a time, maybe 2 or 3, but not on the magnitude as that. Is one better than the other? No. One is different than the other. We were designed as mates. So basically, it takes both of us together to, how do I want to put that? You can do good on your own. She can do good on her own. But if you guys get together, work together, and learn how to work together, you've got an unbreakable, unstoppable team. That is a force to be reckoned with. So looking down on somebody just because they're a different sex or they think different than you, or obviously we've all know about the skin color thing, it's ridiculous. Like there's been quite a few successful females, and I really feel that our society should learn to accept that and look at females as equals and get off whatever soapbox they're on about it. I mean, you're crushing somebody's spirit when you do stuff like that. And then when it's not just one person, and when you got a society or a huge group, let's say of males saying you can't do this or discrediting the female, you're crushing their dream. Who says they can't do it? What if it was you? I bet you would be pissed off and pissing and moaning about how these people don't support me, they don't see my view, but it was okay for you and your group of guys to put her down. Just think about it. Just think about it.